Who doesn't love a good recap? I certainly do. My name is Nicole Kittredge, branch manager of Envoy Mortgage Metro West. Please subscribe to my channel. And this video is a recap of my 5 top tips to consider when it's time to lock your interest rate. I am going to bring them all together in this one video, but you can certainly watch each short individually. So, in recap, tip number 1 was credit. I think this is pretty well known in the industry, or really the home purchasing of anything industry, whether it's an auto loan, a credit card, or a mortgage. Credit is really important. Having the best credit possible is going to help you to secure the best options when it's time to lock in your rates. If you need help and guidance, please feel free to reach out to me. I can either connect you with a credit expert or perhaps give you an overview of how to have healthy credit. And there's a video in the channel, Credit 101, with a credit expert that you can watch at your leisure. Tip number 2 is loan programs and APR. I do talk about this frequently. It's a theme throughout my videos, comparing FHA, for example, Federal Housing Administration, and conventional. If I had a choice, if a client qualifies for both, all day long, we're going to direct them towards conventional because it's going to save you a lot of money. And there is a misnomer out there that FHA is a better loan option. And it certainly is. If you're a 3.5% down buyer looking to get into a multifamily, it's much less restrictive than a conventional program. But if you're a great credit, single family purchase, or condo purchase, FHA is actually going to be a more costly loan. So loan programs are important. Always happy to help walk you through which options make sense for you. And when I compare them side by side on paper, it jumps right off the page. Tip number 3 is points. Across the industry, most rates are quoted with points. And this can be very confusing as a home buyer when you're shopping around for rates and you see, oh, okay, I was quoted 6.5 here, but I was quoting 6% here. Why wouldn't I go with the 6%? The 6% could come with a large point cost, which overall would make it a more expensive option, especially if it's a short-term loan, than going with the 6.5%. Points are a great way to buy down the interest rate, reduce your payment, but it's important to talk about your long-term plan. If you plan to move in 2 years, points may not make sense. If we have the good luck of rates dropping and you refinancing, then points paid can be a complete waste of money. So walking through your plans and the possibilities with the mortgage expert is so important, but points are definitely a big one to be knowledgeable about. Tip number 3 is loan structure. So loan structure can be a big deal. And in the video, I gave an example of a buyer or 2 buyers. They were applying together. One didn't have the best credit. And when I looked at the scenario, I said, gee, if we remove one applicant, we could slide them into a specialty first-time buyer income restricted program. That saved them on interest rate and on PMI. So loan structure is important, and this is something you really need a mortgage expert to walk you through because I eat, sleep, breathe mortgage. For most people, it's new. So we're here to walk you step by step through why having both applicants on the loan may make sense, or removing one and proceeding with just the other. And lastly, down payment. I think this is kind of like credit, something that's well known. The more you have towards something, whether it's an auto loan, mortgage especially, typically you can get better opportunities. So, pay in full up front, you get a better option than if you do things in payments. When it comes to loan programs, if you are a zero down buyer, which there are programs that exist, and it's absolutely wonderful to be able to get into a house with no down payment. You're still going to need other costs, which I'm happy to walk you through. But let's say that you can stretch to 3% down. Typically, you're going to get a better rate, lower cost going from 0 down to 3% down. Now, what if you can stretch that to 5% down? You're going to improve your opportunities even more. I hope these 5 tips were helpful. I'm here to walk you through your options, so feel free to reach out to me at nicole@envoymortgage.com. That's my email anytime, and I look forward to catching up with you all in the next video.